Okay, so today, myself, Killian Cluna, Jack Dewan, Shane Graham, Colin Kennedy, and Gary Knoll are going to talk to you about metacognition skills. So, to start, we'll talk about the definition of metacognition. From there, we'll move on to types of cognition, why we need metacognition, our findings and placement, and then finally, to finish, we'll talk about some recommendations we have.
What is metacognition? While researching metacognition, we came across a quote from Nancy Chick, which outlines metacognition as the processes used to plan, monitor, and assess one's understanding and performance. Metacognition includes a critical awareness of, firstly, one's thinking and learning, and secondly, oneself as a thinker and learner. Our definition of metacognition is the process of thinking about thinking. It is the awareness and control of your learning. Metacognition involves reasoning skills, learning capabilities, and memory, which allows students to monitor and evaluate their own learning. Metacognition encourages students to engage in a deeper form of learning using critical thinking. The metacognition cycle starts with assessing the task, evaluating strengths and weaknesses, planning the approach, applying strategies, and finally reflecting.
Here we can look at an example of metacognition skills in the context of a graphics class. So a student recognises that they have trouble solving a technical graphics drawing question. So the student then thinks about the graphics problems that they've solved in the past and strategies that they've used to solve those questions. So the student then applies those same strategies, assessing if they will work or not in the context of this question that they are currently working on. So a different strategy will be used if the student thinks the previous strategies used are not suitable, and when the task is complete, the student then reflects on their performance and uses this reflection to inform their future work.
Here we will take a look at the different types of cognition. Conscious thought. Solving problems using logic, reason, and judgment. Visualization. Creating mental images to see how objects look and feel. Insight. The ability to analyze, to generate new ideas and solutions. Evaluation. Using visual criteria to create potential solutions and decide on a suitable answer to a problem. Creativity. Making new ideas. And synthesis, combining various elements into a combined solution.
Rationale for selecting metacognition. Our school placement experience. Students lack experience in metacognition. It needs to be included in teachers' lessons. It is a difficult skill for students to learn with limited time. It is used regularly by teachers to identify areas for improvements in lessons. Why is the skill needed according to SWORD in 2021? It is a crucial skill for after school. It is a key factor in academic success while in school or in college. It helps you to understand yourself even more. It helps teachers to identify positives and negatives in their own teaching. And it provides cognitive flexibility.
Our findings from school placement and interviews with cooperating teachers were that the teachers don't have necessary skills for developing students' metacognition skills.
Teachers are required to have training to teach students about metacognition.
Teachers are eager to learn how to teach metacognition to their students because they see the benefits in having the skill.
Skills are crucial skills that are currently ignored in education.
Metacognition is emerging in the new junior cycle curriculum through more reflective activities.
Our findings from a survey we conducted. The participants used for the survey were fourth-year student teachers partaking in the EN 4018 module. Our aim was to investigate fourth-year student teachers' understanding of metacognition. The results we got from the survey were that 50% of the participants knew what metacognition was. 60% said that the lack of metacognition in education is down to teachers lacking training and knowledge of metacognition. 73% stated that metacognition benefits both the teacher and the students. 53.3% stated that metacognition is valuable in education. And 73.3% stated that metacognition is applicable in all subjects.
Research by John Perry in 2019 showed that metacognition can have an effect size average of 0.69 in the classroom, with the highest effect size across 3 categories being 0.76. This shows that metacognition does have an impact inside the classroom.
The Education Endowment Foundation outlines some key recommendations for metacognition and self-regulated learning. The first recommendation is that teachers should acquire the professional understanding and skills to develop their pupils' metacognition knowledge.
Recommendation number 2. Explicitly teach pupils metacognitive strategies, including how to plan, monitor, and evaluate their learning.
Recommendation number 3. Model your own thinking to help pupils develop their metacognitive and cognitive skills.
Recommendation number 4. Set an appropriate level of challenge to develop pupils' self-regulation and metacognition.
Recommendation number 5. Promote and develop metacognitive talk in the classroom.
Recommendation number 6. Explicitly teach pupils how to organise and effectively manage their learning independently. And finally, recommendation number 7. Schools should support teachers to develop knowledge of these approaches and expect them to be applied appropriately.